Yo, what's going on, people? Digi here, back with another video. Been ages since I've done one of these. Someone reminded me on Twitter today, so I was like, shit, let me make a video. I've not done an altcoin review for ages. So yeah, as usual, gonna go back to the altcoin reviews. Now, I didn't get a chance to pick coins from the ones chosen from you guys. So I was going to pick a handful today that someone mentioned recently. You've been seeing in my feed, and then yeah, I'll put out a tweet, and you guys, if there's anyone you want to see for the next video, just let me know. Right, let's go ahead and jump in. As you guys know, this is just for informational advice only, not intended as any sort of financial advice. Risk it, invest in any coin at your own risk, all of that. Do your research. So today, just gonna have a quick look at the charts of these things and actually just see some price action and talk you guys through it. So first coin on the list, kindly chosen by my friend. His name just skips my mind. You know who you are if you watch this video. So I'm just trying to think the difference between his real name and his, yeah, there we go. His real name and his Twitter handle. So, first one I'm going to have a look at, not ontology. Why the hell does this come up? ORN. Let's see what this is. Oh, it's not come up. Hell is this? ORB. Yeah, I think this is the one. So let me just pull this up. I'm going to use Coin Paprika for all of these. Don't like Coin Market Cap anymore, and I think everyone knows the reason why, but say no more. Anyway, moving on swiftly. So we're going to have a quick look at this ORBS. My friend mentioned it to me, so let's see what's going down. Let's pull up the full chart. So it's coin listed sometime back in this spring of 2019, so just over a year and a bit ago. As you can see, with any coin, kind of has its price discovery and then just goes into a longer term price discovery mode, let's say. So what's happened since then? Price all-time high when it first listed was, let's just take it as 5 cents or around that, and then it's kind of just meandered down all the way until the crypto winter of last year, where we hit a low of 0.005 cents, so pretty much a 10x decline. So what's happened since? And as you can see, this coin was meandering around in this range for a couple of months, and then when it had its move out in February of this year, it actually moved away quite violently. Anyone who bought at the bottom was probably looking at maximum 5x here. Even if you bought within the range, you're probably, and sold at its previous high, probably still looking at like a 2-3x, something like that. So since then, price then retraced back into this previous accumulation range. Now you guys are going to ask me, how do you identify the accumulation range? It's easy. All you do is just look for the area before the last previous pump. You can see it once you know what you're looking for. Especially with this, you get like a compression zone just before the end. So price is not really moving too much, volume is minimal, and you pretty much know that it's good to go. So price retraced back in here very sharply and then moved away. We then had another consolidation zone here, and price has then moved away swiftly, recently taking out this previous high. What was this? 0.195 cents, and the high here was 0.1959. So literally just breached it. In terms of price movement from here, your next target is probably going to be looking at taking out this previous high of 2.5 cents. Makes sense. There is a little bit of a resistance zone around this level, so 2.5 cents. It makes sense that potentially, might have a little bit of issue just breaking through this in a one-off candle. But as you can see previously, when it has broken up, there is sharp wicks. So if you are in this coin, you are looking to trade, potentially any sell orders you've got, you want to be looking at, areas above old highs with any wickiness reaching in there. So that's all. Let's move on to the next one. I want to try and keep these videos relatively short. So we're going to have a look at SWISBOURG. Let's have a look. I actually remember this coin from a while back. Not actually trading it, nothing like that. I just remember the name coming up. Oh, wow. Okay, so let's delve into this. Now I can see why my friend is so happy in his position in this coin. So the coin was launched again. This actually had another previous year than the last coin we looked at, which is launching in around about February of 2018. So the head of the or the height of the altcoin ICO boom As you can see, it shows a typical chart for many projects that you look at once it's released. Has a long drawn out kind of price consolidation, price discovery period. This actually, on reflection, looks really nice. You can see between this, let's see, half a cent, let's say 2 cent zone, been a long period, let's say, so from September of 18 up until pretty much earlier on this year. The price has been meandering around here. It's actually then since broken out very violently. Now, without knowing anything about this coin, excuse me, get a glass of water. There we go, that's better. Right, so coming back to what we were saying, without knowing anything about this coin, I'm just going to pin it on the idea that this is probably pumped because of some sort of DeFi connection, whether it's a DeFi coin offering DeFi services, anything along that sector indicates to me why it would have such a violent rise. I know altcoins are rising in general, but this is a particularly sharp rise over a short period. It's pretty much it's broken out of this 2 cent zone here in May on the 8th, and within 5 weeks on the 17th of June, it's pretty much gone from 2 cents all the way up to a high of 17, which is an 8.5x. If you're buying in this accumulation period, you're now potentially looking at an average of, 1 cent, maybe 1.5 or something like that. So you've actually reached a 10x on this. Piece of advice I always give to anyone out there, if you're listening, if you ever hit 10x on the coin, just sell 10% of your coins, you'll get your money back and you can then just kind of play it how you want it. You can always sell more. To get 10x on any investment is ridiculous. So, just always bear that in mind. Now, where are we moving forward? So as you can see from its high, it actually then retraced back into a previous level of accumulation. Hover around there before breaking out again. So what was that, like 8 to 9 cents, 8.5 cents average would have been nice. Yeah, there you go, you would have got it. And you're now potentially looking at if it's going to move again, it's going to test the retest of these highs. If it's not, potentially you're going to be looking at more selling in this range as well. There is a bearish order block here, so just be wary of this. The wick runs from 11 cents, body starts at 13, so potentially we might have a distribution period in here before any further move in either direction. On the downside, if this coin retraces, if it takes out this previous level, you're going to be looking at this level here, which is what, 5, let's just call it 5 cents, something like that. To go from 5 back to 10 is not unreasonable, and again, if it does break down below this level, this could be an area of resistance for the future. You can see its support here at that 9 cents we talked about. So, if you do want to get back into this coin after it breaks down, potential move could be like from 4.5, 5 cents back up to 9 and 10. On the upside, again, you want to be looking at this previous high as any point of reference. The other way you can do this is go on a weekly, get a long chart. You can always use fib extensions as well. So the way you could do a fib extension is from its previous high to... right, it's been a while since I've done one of these. Yeah, let's see if it works. Yeah, we'll just do it by eye. Okay, so all we're going to be looking at is where can price move up on the upside. Oh, yeah, looks like I've done it the wrong way. So where are we? Right, I'm not going to piss around with this, but basically what you want to do is look for the 1618 levels above this previous high and actually just see if you can get a reference point of where it would be reaching for next. So moving swiftly on, we're now going to be looking at compound, and the darling of the DeFi world, or these things always are for a short period of time. What the hell is this? No, we've got the right one. Compound, yes, this is the one I'm looking at, not compound coin. Right, have they got it on Coin Paprika? Yes, they have. No. Right, okay, I'm just going to have to do coin market cap, so I'm going to have to use it on this occasion. Right, I've got a weekly here. Let's pull it down back to a daily. So As you guys know, this was released a couple of weeks ago, the darling of the DeFi world, so to speak. I mean, it's listed here on the 17th of June. I know trading was going on a lot earlier than that. So as you can see, it's had its price discovery, had a high of $300+, now reaching down, kind of just going into that usual path you will see once it's discovered price, well, had its peak price. It's now trying to discover what's a fair value. First target you're going to be looking at is this, 97 to 113 level. Just call it 100, set an alert here, and just go from there. Volume is increasing on the way down, so as you can see, people are selling out. There will be a buyer on the other side of this as well, but he's already underwater. Volume is decreasing as well as price goes down, so not a good sign, guys. You can stay out for now. There'll be other opportunities in the DeFi world. Moving swiftly on, one of my favorite, well, not one of my favorite exchange out there is FTX. We're going to have a look at the token associated with the exchange. So where are we? FTT is the ticker, by the way, if anyone wants to know. It's the FTX token, but it goes by the handle of FTT, just so you don't get confused. And this is the official token of the FTX exchange. If you guys haven't checked it out, you can check out the reviews on our exchange page, www.proofforreview.com/exchanges. And FTX, no surprise, has scored the highest rating on there because they're the best exchange in the space. We gave a ton of recommendations to the team in our initial report. It was very nice to see that they actually took these on board and implemented a lot of these on the website. And I'm not going to take credit for they did what we said, but it's nice to see that exchanges are actually listening to their users in a variety of ways, and that's best reflected in the speed of and the efficiency in the way these guys add new markets. Enough about FTX. Like I said, if you want to read the report, you can check it out on my website and see why we feel so strongly in favor of it being the best exchange out there. But coming on to the token associated with the exchange, most of you guys will know the token model from BNB and others that have kind of formed off since. FTX is very similar. They have a buyback mechanism where the exchange will use a certain portion of their revenue profits to buy back the token and burn it and destroy it and eventually reduce the supply over time. As with BNB as well, the Binance token, there is a discount for fees on holding this as well. So if you are a trader at FTX exchange, a large trader at that, there is no reason, absolutely no reason whatsoever to not hold their coin and get discount on your fees. Because the reason I'm going to say this is I see this exchange already as number one in crypto. It's just that the other exchanges don't know it yet and the volume isn't reflected across all its markets. It's just because people just don't know how to use a platform, or they just don't know about the ease of use in so many of its products. So because of that reason, I'm uber bullish, super bullish on the token itself. As the revenues of the exchange increase, they'll be burning more and more of this. And as more and more traders come on board, they'll be wanting to hold this token on a long-term basis because it reduces their fees for trading on the exchange. So the idea will be there'll be less of this token to sell over time, just because of the burn and the fact that people are less willing to sell if the price doesn't go above what they paid for it. It makes no sense if you're holding it to get discounted fees, right? So talking about all of that, let's actually talk about price and what we feel is going to happen. So as you can see, price is trading in this tight range for the last couple of months, while other altcoins are popping off. The logical reason behind this will be people don't see as great an opportunity in FTT in terms of percentage returns compared to what they may see in some speculative shitcoin that's got DeFi attached to it and gives an 80% annual return, staking in another form, basically. And I can see why. Someone mentioned it the other day on Twitter, and his argument was that exchange tokens perform well in the bear market because they're a source of storage, they're a source of value. Exchanges are always going to be used regardless of whether it's a bull or bear market. He said it's neutral during a sideways market, and during a bull market, they will always be, on a bearish trend. And his reasoning behind it makes sense. People chuck their money when they're feeling bullish into something that's more speculative. When they're feeling more bearish, they're going to chuck it into something more safe. So as a result, you can see that price has been trending not trending, it's been in a sideways trend for the last couple of months, consolidating between this, let's say, 2.5 cents and let's say just 3 cents for the argument's sake, or 3.2 cents then. So probably looking at like a 280 average or something like that between the two. I'm going to say it like this. It's only a matter of time before people wake up to this token itself. And knowing Sam in terms of his innovation, knowing him in terms of his openness to listen to the market, I genuinely see more use cases for FTT in the future than just what the current use cases are. Because the exchange innovates so quickly and with so much consideration for its community, it's only a matter of time before another use case comes up for this token, which really kind of sends it into another stratosphere. So if you guys are not holding this right now and you're trading on the FTX exchange, shame on you. If you are looking for a long-term place to put profits once you've made it on speculative coins, again, this is not advice, but exchange tokens are probably a decent place to look in terms of like, right, what's new, what's moving, what's going to take the market by storm, etc. And all in all, very bullish for this. The only thing I don't like is the volume here, but as we said, we're in a sideways trending market. This will be accumulation based volume. There is no speculation here in terms of big spikes, so you can see whoever's buying this. I mean, there's a couple of spikes here. Maybe this guy wanted to exit to get into something else. Maybe he'd made his money here, whatever. But if we want to see volume, we want to see big chunky levels like this, and we want to see it going in increments. So as soon as you see a big volume spike here and the price doesn't move, get ready for a big movement in the market. This price is going to break out one way or the other, and just my guess would be it's going to be on the upside above this 340 level and set an all-time new high for the token. So that was FTT. And just wrapping up here, guys, I said I don't want to keep it too long, but inevitably we chat away. We're going to have a look at RSR. Seems to be a darling of the market at the moment. Wow. And I can see why. I mean, I didn't ever look at this coin before today, so now I know. Right, let's break this down. So coin was listed in May of last year, so it's just over a year old. As you can see, didn't really have any big sort of price movement when it's first listed, was just doing a price discovery on the upside. Once that had been discovered at this like 0.4 cents level, kind of just tailed off, broke previous lows of 0.2, and then just went into this long and drawn out consolidation period here from like November of last year up until January of this year. Guys, if you can't see what I've showed you in these charts in terms of accumulation periods over altcoin winters, then I can't tell you much more. You could pay people for this shit. Fucking look for coins in the winter, October, November, December, that have broke previous lows and that are consolidating like this. Keep an eye on them. Don't buy them at this point because you don't know what the low is. As soon as they start coming back to that previous level where they broke down from, you now want to be triggered. So you've got a whole of January to look at this coin. You've literally got a month to spend looking at the fundamentals, blah, 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 whatever else you need to do. Borrow money off your mom, whatever you guys do, and get involved. So now this has gone from 0.2 up until 0.5 in its first pump, retraced back, and it's actually broke that previous low just to wash out any pain of the previous bag holders. And as you can see, volume is a lot better at this range in terms of more accumulation. It's short, it's snappy, it's high, and it's kind of just a lot better than, you can't really see it here, but yeah, you can see it better here. Volume is a lot nicer than what it was during its previous one. So again, you missed out on this, just keep an eye on it. Most of these things come back. And the reason it does come back is not because it's a shit coin. Look when it was in the market. It's when Bitcoin crashed. Gave you the perfect opportunity to buy in any altcoins that you might have missed in the winter before. Now, a good point I want to make here. This is crypto in a nutshell, guys. Even when price runs away, any exchange can get hacked at any time, dump 1,000, 100,000 BTC and wreck the market. So there's opportunities available always in this space if you are a trader. Moving on, price then kind of moved away from its zone very quickly, kind of settled in between this 0.2 and 0.3 range. We then took out this previous highs of 0.5 and it just ran from there. Now, even if you bought at an average of this accumulation range when it broke out 0.2 to 0.3 of a tenth of a cent, so 0.025 cents, I mean, you're looking at what, 5, 6, 7, yeah, 6 more than a 6x at this point. So you could have unloaded here for a 2x, rode the rest for free, and then just sold, or even still holding. I mean, look, volume is nice here. It's broke the previous volume here. It's, you know, it's increasing. So yeah, all in all, if you're a holder of this coin, good job. If you're not, don't get involved now. Probably too late for you. You could have brought on the breakout here, on the breakout here, here and here. Here, I'm not so sure because guys are now coming up to that 10x range or 5x and above. They're going to be unloading all the way to 10x. So that's it for today, guys. If you guys like the video, hit a like and subscribe and all that. If you didn't like it, leave it in the comments and tell me why. If you've got any coins that you'd like looking at for next week, please hit us up in the comments again and let us know. And yeah, I'll make this a regular thing from now on every Sunday. Keep up to date with the market. And